Joining me now is one of the Democratic attorneys general suing the Trump administration, California AG Rob Bonta. It's good to have you back on the program. You've said this executive order would impact, just in your state, 24,500 children born every year. So how are you and fellow state AGs going to argue against this move?
We are fighting back against this unconstitutional, un-American attack on children and American citizens. It's very unfortunate, but not surprising, that one of the first actions by Mr. Trump on day one was an unconstitutional act that went after American citizens. So we have taken him to court, 18 states, the District of Columbia, the City and County of San Francisco, suing him to get a national injunction preventing this executive order that is completely unlawful and unconstitutional from ever taking effect and ever harming any of those 24,500 children who will be born and would normally enjoy birthright citizenship in California.
What is your legal argument?
It's very clear. The 14th Amendment, the citizenship clause therein, which says that any person born or naturalized in the United States is a citizen of the United States. And the U.S. Supreme Court precedent that has made this bedrock constitutional law for over a century. The Wong and Kim Ark case coming out of San Francisco and other Supreme Court cases very well established that if you're born on American soil, you're an American citizen. And so we also have some other arguments with respect to the Immigration Nationality Act. But the main argument is that the President of the United States is violating the U.S. Constitution, the clear and unambiguous language therein. His theory is a fringe theory, never before adopted by the United States or any court. So he has an uphill battle on this one. He has overreached by a mile.
You called it, as I pointed out in the lead-in, a war on American families. What's the real-world impact, Mr. Attorney General, and what are you hearing from Californians who are afraid?
The real-world impact is that life-saving, health-improving services like healthcare through Medi-Cal or Medicaid, through the CHIP Act, the Children's Health Insurance Program, federally subsidized housing programs, and food assistance programs will not be available to these children who would normally enjoy birthright citizenship. They also won't be able to get a Social Security number, a passport. They can't vote, serve on a jury, run for public office. They will be deportable and at any time and living with that trauma and that fear. So there are many real-world aspects to this. This is about real people, real lives. As someone with a mother who is an immigrant from the Philippines, as someone who myself was born in the Philippines, brought here as a baby, I understand the importance of American citizenship, which I enjoy, which my mom sought and received so she can vote for me for my first competitive election. And those who are born on American soil are entitled to all the rights and privileges of birthright citizenship. And the president is not a king. With one sweep of the pen, he cannot amend the Constitution. The Constitution is stronger than any presidential action.
This is, however, something he promised, right? It's something that you knew was coming, that your fellow attorneys general knew was coming, and that you were able to prepare for. I'm wondering what your conversations are like now and what your other major concerns are moving forward. Are you preparing for other actions that you think President Trump will make good on?
That's right. We've been preparing for weeks and months. Our ability to move quickly with our briefs and our filing and many states working together is proof positive of that. The president did make a promise on birthright citizenship and revoking it, and I made it a promise too, and I'm keeping it, that I will see you in court when you break the law and violate the U.S. Constitution. That promise applies here, and it applies to any other action that he takes. We're looking closely at his other executive orders, including trying to use the military for civil immigration enforcement activities on American soil. We're looking at some of the other executive orders, how they impact our transgender communities. And so we expect this not to be the first overreach and unlawful and unconstitutional action by the president. And every time and any time he violates the law, it violates the U.S. Constitution, we will see him in court and we will stop him.